Hello, hello, hello.
And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from. My name is Spiff Coco. I'm reaching you from the heart of Seoul in South Korea. And I'm back again on this weekly podcast with my sister Coco, all the way from Virginia Beach, USA. And we are here to bring you the podcast you've always waited for. Is the podcast that encourages, the podcast that admonishes, the podcast that uplifts you, and sometimes the podcast that gives you a wake up call. And we have something good for you today. Sister
Yes,
Coco, could you introduce yourself, please?
yes. Thank you for having me again. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in. This is Coco from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Like Brother Spiff said, yes, originally from Japan, and yes, I'm proudly a business owner for the digital business, and also, still working in a full time on American corporate. Yes, so it's really interesting. And before this podcast, we always talking about like a backstage talking and chit chat, and then yes, so we both agree we picked the right topic today because life is not easy, right? So that's what we talking and talking and talking. So yes, so I hope people enjoy our podcast or inspire or feel resonate, or this is because this is um real experience, real opinion, real life, real talking.
Absolutely.
Yes, from us. So back to you, brother.
Thank you, Coco. Thank you very much. So, in addition to the introduction, I'll remind you I'm a Nigerian and I'm a resident here in South Korea. And my sister Coco is Japanese, but she's resident in the USA. So, we are worlds apart when you talk about geography. But when you talk about the digital space, we are within the same community. And when you talk about humanity, we are of the same heart. We are brother and sister, born of different parents, but we've come to find each other within this digital community.
Yeah.
And it's such a great opportunity because ever since I've met Coco, it has been that each time we come together to present this podcast, we've had the same mindset toward what to do.
Mhm.
As she just said, we all are humans and we've been going through some up and downs and
Yes.
we've been discussing backstage and saying, wow, isn't it interesting that this topic is so appropriate for this time that we are having this difficulty? So, what are we trying to tell you? We are not perfect people. We have our challenges, and the challenges sometimes are personal, sometimes it's business wise, sometimes it's other issues. But what we are trying to say is this: if you have the right mindset, you will be able to go through anything, you will be able to scale through any hurdle. And so, with that, I will say, what is mindset?
Mhm.
In a simple definition,
Mhm.
mindset is a belief,
Yeah.
an attitude, or a mental habit that
Mhm.
shapes how you see,
Mhm.
how you interpret, how you respond to, or how you navigate situations around you.
Mhm.
So when it has to do with your ability to know what to do, when to do, or even sometimes how to stay laid back and just wait for things to take their course.
Mhm.
Your mindset is a, should I say, a guide toward how life can be best managed in order to get the best results. And to do this, there are some key things that are necessary. Now, one of the first thing that I would say is necessary when it comes to mindset is how you develop your mental framework.
Mhm.
Your mental framework is the habitual characteristics with which you perceive situations. You see, for myself, I've said it in one of my former Go Lives or podcast. One of my nicknames in my education community is Mr. Positivity. And many
Oh,
people call me Mr. Positivity, not
oh.
because I don't have problems, not because I don't have issues I go through, but because irrespective of what is going on, you could tell me the world is ending today, and I will still see something positive about that to tell you. You
Mhm.
could tell me, oh, the stock market just crashed, and I'll still tell you something positive about it. So what I'm trying to say here is this: it doesn't matter how dark it is, morning will always come. That's
Mm,
my mindset.
yes.
So when I go through difficulties, I
Mhm.
have already had this laid back mindset that tells me it's only for a season, it's only for a time period. Eventually, it's going to turn around. But this is the other aspect. I don't have this mindset with a passive attitude. No,
Mhm.
I have this mindset with a positive, active attitude. What do I
Mhm.
mean? Let's say there is a situation that I cannot control. While the situation is there, instead of me to just sit back, fold my arms, do nothing, I am executing plans such that once that situation turns over, I quickly execute my plans. And that's why you hear some people say, oh, Spiff is so lucky. Look at this thing we all suffered. As soon as it changed, he just grew. No. When we were all suffering, instead of me to be there mourning and crying, and I was working towards something else, such that as soon as the little light comes up, I said, that's my chance. I take advantage.
Mhm.
So, and they've always said it that supposed good luck is opportunities meeting preparation. If you are prepared and an opportunity comes, when you merge them together, people will only say you are lucky. They will not say you are hardworking. They will not say you are prepared. They are not going to say you burnt the night candle. But that's what we normally should do.
Yeah.
So in mindset, you need to have so many aspects of it, but this is one core aspect, the aspect of how you see things, how you analyze things,
Mm,
because life will test you.
yeah.
Life will test you. But the question is, how do you respond?
Mhm.
Your response shows your mindset. Your
Mhm.
response shows how you believe and how you plan, how you navigate the difficult times, as
Mhm.
well as how you, should I say, emerge on the other side.
Mhm.
Yes, how you emerge on the other side. All
Yeah.
this has to do with your mindset. There are many things I've gone through that some people try to go through and they didn't get through it
Yeah.
because in their mind, it's done, it's over, no more chance or
Mm,
chances.
mhm.
But as I said, as that statement goes, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. It could be the light that comes from nature. It could be the light I create. I don't care what the light will be, but there will be a light at the end of that tunnel, one
Mhm.
way or the other. And in my Nigerian local dialect, we would say onye kwelu che kwelu. I think the Igbo people will understand this. And in statement or in interpretation, if I am not wrong, it means if you in yourself have agreed that this is what you want. Some people will say God, some people will say Mother Nature, some
Uh-huh.
people will say destiny. I don't care what they call it.
Mhm.
But if you have agreed, whatever you believe will equally agree with you and will
Mhm.
make it happen. And we are beyond physical beings. We are beyond just flesh and bones. We
Mhm.
have a spiritual side. And what I'm trying to say here, if I put it in the most basic English format I can present it with, is what I agree on earth here, my God in heaven agrees with me. And that will make it happen for me. And that is my belief. And there is nothing that can change that. So,
Mhm.
Mr. Positivity, is not positive only upon his own strength. Sometimes we need to have a force bigger than us to
Mm-hmm.
guide us. And also, we need to have a reason bigger than us to help us endure.
Mm-hmm.
So, mindset is deep. We may not cover all aspects of it today, but one thing, one core part we need to emphasize is your mental framework in collaboration with your habitual characteristics that
Mm-hmm.
determine your behavior and your reaction under certain circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we're talking about here.
Yes.
Because if you are not prepared, oh boy, oh boy, if you are not prepared mentally, life will teach you serious lessons. But we hope, yeah, we hope through this and many more things we will come to talk about in the future,
Yeah.
you will start preparing the proper mindset, having the right perspective and the right characteristics in your mental fortitudes
Mm-hmm.
to channel life properly. Sister Coco, pardon me if I went too far.
Yeah. No, 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 no. I'm always listening to you. And then, that's really, it's another things too, because, everybody's of course different. And then, pretty much, you said everything. And then, but of course, we, we, we are same, the right mind, or same direction, same intention, because we're doing the same uh goal, pretty much, so like mind people. Yes. So but always, I always fascinate the way you thinking, the way you see the angle is, the different from my angle. So it's really fascinating. So the mindset. But when it comes to the mindset, I didn't even know what is a mindset. I didn't even get it. I know the meaning, the word, uh like a how to definition of the word, like a dictionary wide. But I did not know how to affect your belief or lifestyle, your attitude. And it's all up in here. But I did not know how to affect it to the business, to the life, that way. Because you know the way you're thinking, or the way you believe in, I mean, first of all, believe in self, believe in yourself. They always say that, believe in yourself. It's not easy like the word is. Believe, yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe, yeah, I believe myself. I believe you. It's not that kind of belief when you say, I mean, on mindset term, if you believe in yourself, I think it's more deeper than I thought at the beginning. Because yeah, I have a responsibility what I said, but I didn't even think about that. My belief is changing my attitude, changing my thought, changing my lifestyle. For example, like, when I simply, okay, before the business, before the I before the digesting the word mindset. Okay, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna do it. Oh, if it's this is not my cup of tea. And before even think about that, I used to shut the door,
Hmm.
because I didn't believe in myself on that certain field. I believe myself. Yeah, I trust more. I trust myself. Yes, but I guess I did not believe in myself. You know,
Hmm.
so I didn't believe my capability. I didn't even believe I can learn new things on my age. And that kind of all the things, the way you saying is, negativity, positive and negative. Yeah, but I didn't accept the word negative. Oh, I'm just realistic. No, I just shut my door from the beginning. I don't even see it. That's what I was before that. So, But that's why I didn't understand what is the mindset meaning. You know, I didn't think that way. So it's, but when I learn and when I start this business and then learn and talk to so many different people, and then including you, it's same like, intense or same kind of goal, the people. When I talk to these people, it's really, really fascinating, and then feels like, how did you know that? That's what I was thinking, but I was always hesitate to speak out because I was scared to fail. What if, so, that's the most people stay stuck in your own brain. So for example, I've heard that, um okay, there is a genius to broke the lock, break the prison cell.
Okay.
Put it that way. Okay, so they can open any lock. He's a genius to break the lock and open the lock. Break. So but and then he has some kind of the crime or something, but he is in a prison with most harsh, most strict prison cell, and there's so many multiple lock, and then there's no impossible, but
Mm,
this they know the prisoner, he is a genius, he can open any kind of rock, right?
mm,
And he thought so too. I mean, he believed in himself too. He never failed. He never locked, failed to open
mm,
the rock, right? But so he was in this prison cell, and then he, of course, he has a little tiny some kind of strings or something, like a needle type of things. But anyway, he used the little tiny tool to open it, try to open, right, for hours and hours, but he couldn't. And he was kind of like, getting lose his confidence, his belief himself. Oh, I
mm,
can open anything. He was being like this, he just escaped everywhere. But on that cell, prison cell, hours and hours, he couldn't. Normally he just broke in and get out, escape. He couldn't. And after hours, and he finally kind of like, no, it's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be open, this, and he start doubting himself, right? And then finally he just collapsed along the door, and guess
mm,
what, the door's open because guard forgot to lock the door. That's I've heard that story, and then he said that's a real story. But see, this is a mindset, this is a believing stuff. He believed in, he had a confidence, I can open any rock, I can open any door, I can do anything with a little tiny needle. That's his been believing all the time. But
mm,
they even forgot to lock the door. They didn't even lock. So he just doing, and then after hours and after hours, he start doubting himself, which means he's getting lose his belief himself. So that's the thing, that's the mind, the believing, because it was not, lock the door, but he start losing believing. So that's the things. So I was like, okay, you know. So
mm,
believing is really, really powerful. And then the other way is if you believe in, oh, okay, I hold you back, And sometimes, even okay, I let it go, but the person riding the bicycle, he believe, or the person still believing I'm holding the bag, but he just keep going by himself, right? Because he believe in himself. Same thing. So I think it's really, really believe, the power of belief. It's also equal in the mindset too.
mm,
Build in the mindset too. It's really fascinating to me. And okay, okay. So back to the point of the mindset. Mindset is also believing in yourself,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. So if you don't believe in yourself, there's no such things mindset or power or anything. You cannot. You just stuck in your self-doubt. What if, you know. So that's the power of the beauty of the mindset shifting. So now, after 2 years since I started this business, of course, the income and the financial change too. But this is the biggest change that I gained, that I obtained from this digital business community, and from you too. All the people, my business partner, and then training and lecture
Um,
and class, and the supporting system. That's I think that's the biggest treasure that I got from this digital business. Yes, thank you.
that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. That's
isn't it?
good. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I really appreciate that story about the prisoner who didn't know that the door was open, you know.
I
Yeah,
know. So it's all
it's fascinating.
yes. I was like, when I heard this, wow, I can
Mm.
imagine in my brain, I can get the picture that he's trying and trying and trying, and no, I'm a best one, I supposed to open by now, and then getting losing, trust in himself, believing it's getting lower and lower. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's really, yeah, but
You
that's
see,
the real, yeah.
earlier, you and I were talking about being in a difficult position and having someone to talk to. And I made a statement. I said it's necessary to have someone to
Mhm.
whom you can be vulnerable.
Yes.
Because the reason I said that is this: if that guy had somebody around him to whom he could have said, I don't know what's happening here, but I'm really having a tough time opening this lock.
Hmm.
Maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
one, he could have gotten encouragement from the person. Hey, come on, you've done it before. You've opened just about every other locks.
Mhm.
This is something easy for you. Pick yourself up, keep on going. You know,
Yeah.
that could be one way. Or the other way could be someone could have just suggested to him, you've been doing it. Just why not nudge it and see if it's opened or not? You know, that could be another. So what am I trying to say? The
Hmm.
people around you sometimes matters a lot in difficult times. It may not seem so, but it does matter.
Yeah.
Why? Because there will be seasons and times where you cannot go on your own anymore.
Mhm.
You'll be stuck. You'll be limited of ideas.
Yeah.
You will have so many constraints. It is those who are around you that would now pick you up and
Mhm.
say, no, 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 no. We know you're tired, but you still have the ability.
Yes.
Get up and let's go.
I
So
know.
we need people around us.
Yes, yes, that's the things, just like to say, and because when I say something, you give me the advice or opinion, your opinion from the different angle.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, that's why we are, surrounded the people who have like mind, you know.
Yes.
Yes, but you always talk in a different way, and then I said a different angle and a different source, and so that's how we supporting each other. So and then, oh, and like we have, we talk a little earlier, and then you say, oh, I didn't know that. And then
Mhm,
you say that
mhm,
something,
mhm.
it's really fascinating, and then it's sort of okay. And that's the good things, having the good the same mind partner, business
Yeah.
partner, or community, and supporting each other. That's It's different. So like you said, if he had somebody to talk,
Yeah.
it could be the different. Yes, that's really, yeah, it's totally
So,
right. Yes.
so it's evident that
Yeah.
your mindset, while you own it, while you create it, you develop it, it can be influenced by those around you as well.
Yes.
While yours could be a contributing factor,
Mm.
theirs could also be a contributing factor from an external source that will give you a compound effect when you combine both of them together. So
Mm-hmm.
have
Yep.
the right people around you. Have
Yep.
have have people who will actually help you channel your energy in the right direction to get the right things out of life.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, why are we here?
Yeah.
We are here to develop ourselves into the better or the best versions we can be in
Yes.
any scenario.
Yes.
And we do not do it alone. In our community, we always say, if you want to go fast, okay, run on your own, keep going. But if you want to go far,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to really get to the destination, find your tribe, work together, go as a group, go collectively. And on the way, when Mr. A is tired, Mr. P will pick him up. When C is tired, D will pick him up, and on and on and on.
Yep.
So we pray and we hope and we wish that for what we've presented today, you will first take the step to
Mm-hmm.
start working on your mindset. Be resilient, be tenacious,
Yeah.
have the ability to say, never die. I can make it, I can go on, irrespective of the situation.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what it is. Because, as I said earlier, to the Igbo people listening,
Mm-hmm.
Onye kwelu, chi ekwelu. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
So we'll be rounding up here for today, and we hope that for those who have been able to see us live, thank you for your audience. And again, for those who may watch the replay, thank you as well. If you wish to know more about what we do and why we come here, please go to the websites on the screen under the names. You can see under each name there are websites. You can visit there, and either one will lead you to the same platform. And recently, we have something going on, which I will say, Coco, pardon me to talk about the campaign briefly. We
Mm.
have something going on that's really good for everyone who may be watching from the sideline, and you are thinking, "Oh, is this the right time to join them? Is this the right time to consider the business?" Please, this is a very good time. Just last night, if you've seen the post I made, I said, I love being a part of a community that gives you opportunities from time to time to grow. So
Mhm.
go back and look at those. We have a campaign going on such that if you are able to come into this community at this moment, it would be of great benefit to you, not just on the mindset aspect, not just on the financial aspect. In general,
Yeah.
coming in is a very good time. We are still in spring. We are still in the spring. Spring up your life as well. Spring up your opportunities. Spring up your future. Don't stay until it's summer. And then when the autumn of life comes again, you say, oh, I didn't do anything this year. I didn't. Start now.
Now.
Start now. And we hope and we pray that the opportunities we are offering you will yield you great benefits. And please, please, please remember us in your prayers, just as we remember you as well. Thank
Yep.
you.
Thank you very much. See you next week.
See you
Bye.
again.